Hey, welcome back to Taking Trades. My name is Jimmy, and this is my YouTube channel where I like to show live trades. And I don't charge any subscription fees or sell any courses, just want to share information. So today is January 24th, 2019, and I apologize for the late upload and the lack of an intro. This is Taking Trades late night edition. So I'm going to kind of jump right into the trades. Today was choppy. I had kind of a little bit of a break-even day. I did trade natural gas, so I think I'm going to go ahead and focus on that tonight and just kind of talk about what I did, show some of my entries, show where I sold, and then just kind of talk about natural gas a little bit and show some specific points on the chart that I saw that I thought were significant. So let's go ahead, let's jump in. I've got natural gas up right now, and first what I'll do is I'm just going to jump over to the 4-hour 180-day chart, and let's just take a peek. And I'm going to move myself out of the way here. Okay, so /NG you can see I've got right here, and I'm just going to sort of zoom in to where we currently are. So we had our bottom out, came back up into this channel, got rejected a couple of times, and then this week has kind of been dealing with being down in this area. And I might just move that. Okay, so we were setting lower highs, and now what we're finding ourselves with here is sort of meeting the top of that channel, not setting a lower high any longer, but actually breaking out. And the way today finished up was we've now got a higher high. So I'm not sure what that means going into tomorrow. We may continue up, or this may have just been the top of this channel, just a little extended, and we could maybe channel and range back and forth for a while. So just something to keep your eye on. It doesn't look, yeah, I didn't know if it was going to roll over or not, and it's now looking like it's pushing up. So we'll see what it does by the morning and kind of go from there. I'm going to now head down to the 1-hour chart and just kind of zoom that out and see what we've got here. So yeah, you can see where this pushed down, came back up, set a high, pushed down, set a low, back up, top of the channel. So I don't know. I don't know if this is just a little pop above, a little overextension, and we're going to come back down, and we could look to maybe, maybe it would be a DGAZ sort of day where we can push back down over the next, maybe a couple days back down to the bottom of this channel, and then flip and go UGAZ back to the top of the channel. Or, will we break out and keep going up? It'll be exciting to see what happens overnight tonight, and then into the morning we can kind of see where it's going. I'm going to continue on to the 15-minute chart, keep slowly breaking things down here. And so yeah, same type of thing. You can kind of see we've got our channel, we've got a low point, got a high point, sort of a low point overextension there a couple times, and then back to a high point, and then we got that little dip, almost like it popped out above and then sort of came back down and retested that level. So that previous overhead resistance is now maybe looking like we're getting a little bit of support out of it, and that it might be pushing up. So we'll definitely keep a close eye on that in the morning. So continuing on to the 5-minute, let's see what we're doing here. So market open. Let's see, we've got natural gas. Yeah, so I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to flip over to the 1-minute chart and just have that up. Flip back to the actual. Let's see. Oh, I'm way out of the way here. Let's get in the right. Okay. So the trading day being in here. Okay. So the market opened right in here. So I'm going to actually grab that, just kind of bring that into focus a little bit. All right, so I'm going to leave that up, and I'm going to flip over, and I'm actually going to show you UGAZ. Took some trades on UGAZ today, and the first one being right in here, where I actually saw that we were just sort of trickling in the upward direction. I was watching some of these higher highs in here and just kind of keeping an eye on it. It started to kind of corkscrew down a little and then pushed up and going into the open. So it sort of felt like we were trending to the upside. So I actually jumped in my first trade. This pushed up, and as it pulled back, I was kind of thinking it maybe be a test of the middle VWAP line here. And just so you know, I swapped out my Bollinger Bands and put the VWAP bands back in, just kind of seeing how they felt today. And bought at 44.97, and then ultimately had some profit, got a little pullback here, and then stopped out 44.55. So took a small loss there. And then as it pushed back down, it seemed like it was being a little oversold, and you can see that kind of corresponds with a little dip in the RSI here. And I went ahead and bought 50 shares, small position there. And then as it pushed up, I had this strong break of the middle VWAP, so I added to my position at 45. And then we consolidated, pushed up towards that upper band, and I was able to get out for a nice profit at 45.37. So I made a little bit of money there. And then the morning sort of extended out, and I had some great fortune in here. We had this push up across the VWAP band, got this pullback on this red candle, and I bought in there at 45.09. And then it was kind of slowly pushing up, and I had set a stop limit order right up here to sell at 74, right there. And was worried that it wasn't going to push up high enough, and was actually thinking about lowering it. And then all of a sudden, this huge spike in volume came in and just blew past my limit, and sold my shares for profit, which was great. But the problem was I sold at 45.74, and the top of this candle is 46.25. So again, a crazy move that was amazing. So I made some good profit there. And then later on, what I started kind of getting into was this thing was just setting sort of high points, high, low, high, low, high, low, and that channel. So I just kind of established this rectangle where it seemed to come into and then reverse and bounce out. So after I saw it a few times, I went ahead and took an entry as it dropped back in, got in at 45.35, and then it pushed back up, and I was able to sell at 45.79, kind of the top of the channel. And you can kind of see here that at the RSI we were kind of low, and then as you go forward to where I sold, we were getting a little higher in the top of the RSI, so a little more overbought. So that worked out well, and then I just kept watching it to dip back in here, and then I had one more that dipped back in, and I bought, and then it immediately stopped me out. It pushed down, and you can see we trickled down below. So having this band in here that I identified as the bounce point, it would bounce in, I'd put out my buy order, get filled, and then I could set this pretty tightly stopped. So any losses I had, in here were relatively small. So it was a good way to kind of, manage that risk. And that was really it for UGAZ. Just felt it was so-so. I got burned on a couple, made some money on a couple, and ended up just kind of having like a choppier day. But um, I think the thing that caught my eye today was just being aware of where the top of your channel is and the bottom, and just trying to buy and sell sort of at those extreme ends of things. It seems like anytime I jump into a trade anywhere in the middle, anywhere near, you know, the middle VWAP or the middle Bollinger, it seems like a lot of times I'm just wrong. I'm just in the wrong direction. So a lot of getting stopped out, but I have more success when I'm buying and selling at the extreme ends. So I'm going to kind of let that process tonight and into tomorrow and see kind of where that goes. But I want to know what you guys traded today. Again, sorry for the late upload. Sorry for no intro. The video is a little more bland than normal, but hopefully you found it useful and you kind of get an idea for what I did today. But yeah, small profits today. Let me know how your day went. I want to hear green, red, whatever. Please comment. Let me know what you guys think. And we'll be back at it tomorrow morning. Have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow. Thank you.